Welcome back. It is 1561. In the last one, we had both Elizabeth and Katerina get married, and their babies were born off screen, and both survived. So we're good there. Florence has started to get into archaeology. Juliana is now a child. Everything is going pretty well this year. So yeah, these two babies were born like literally. I opened my game and they were born. So sorry, but I rolled for them and they survived. So, but anyway, let's roll for these two toddlers. No 7, 14, or 19. They both survived. And then Nicholas. No 3 or 18. You can do this. It's not a big deal. It's not hard. You can do this. Well. We'll plead for him. We'll plead for him. Osric has 20 freaking years left. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 9, 20. Screw you, Osric. You didn't even marry or have kids. Why is this happening to us? Okay. What to do? What to do? Maybe we should quickly marry them and get her pregnant before he potentially dies. Okay, we'll deal with that. Otherwise, we're moving out with Katerina. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. We have 4 couples having babies currently. Yeah. Yep. I'm shocked. I'm in shock. Oh my gosh, I am shook. Oh gosh. Okay, let's just hop into the game and do our best. All right, team. So we are here. We are starting off with our family. I am going to create a kids club again. I already regret doing the glasses sync thing because if they generate with a pair of glasses, now they're wearing glasses all the time, and that is super annoying. So I'm going to remove that and get rid of all the accessories in this entire save file. But anyway, I'm just making a kids club there to have everyone spend some time together. You'll notice I did not put Juliana in the kids club yet. Oh, it's supportive dynamic. I love that. Okay, and then next, Nicholas is going to kind of get called, out to go out. And he is going to go and meet with Isaac. So Isaac is now married to Elizabeth. They have a couple of kids together at this point, don't they? Or maybe they only have one kid together so far. But they are doing the children thing. He's married. He did what he said he was going to do. He said he was going to marry a woman and continue his family line, and he has. And so Nicholas ends up going out with him, just like as a friend, trying to see, he doesn't know why Isaac has asked to meet him or anything. And they haven't really talked a lot lately. They haven't spent a ton of time together, and they haven't, been as close friends as they used to be. So there is that. But Isaac kind of acts like nothing has changed. He just calls out, they have a drink, they have a good time, and he starts kind of, flirting a little bit. And Nicholas is like, what is going on here? What are you trying to, and Isaac is like, well, just because we're, going to get married to women and stuff doesn't mean we can't do our own thing, on the sly. And Nicholas is like, yes, it does. Like, he doesn't want to have a secret affair for his life. He wants to be with someone that he loves and who loves him and just like be together. And so he ends up telling Isaac no, breaking off their romantic partnership. They now are completely in the red on that. He kind of tells Isaac, you said that we didn't have a future together, and we don't, especially now. And so I moved on. I'm not gonna, be your lover. I want to be someone's husband. I want to be someone's life partner. So basically, Nicholas, rejects Isaac and is like, kind of regretting meeting him. Maybe Nicholas was naive and he thought that maybe they could still be friends in a way or something, but they just can't. They just can't, especially after everything they've been through. And so he, tells Isaac that maybe they shouldn't be friends anymore. Maybe they should just go their own separate ways and build their own families. And I think Isaac is really sad about that because Isaac is gay, in my opinion. Isaac is gay. He married a woman because that's what you're supposed to do during this time. And he just was doing what he was supposed to do, but he still, wanted to be able to be himself at the same time. And I think he's struggling with that. During this time period, you couldn't just easily be gay. And so I think he's struggling a lot with that. And, whether it's privileged or not, Nicholas is bisexual and, has been able to find a woman that he loves that he can marry. This dog. So, yeah, it's just it's something that Nicholas is able to do that Isaac is not able to do, and it's tough. It's tough. She barks at literally everybody who goes by our house. That's the problem. Anyway, oh gosh. All right, let's see if this works. I don't know if it will. If not, we're going to have to put you in another room, little girl. Okay, so the kids are playing. They're having a good time. Alice is making friends with the other children, spending time together, playing together, and, generally having a good time. Meanwhile, Juliana is still inside in the house, and, I think she does want to play with the other kids, but right now she's just, she's doing things with Gabriel, playing chess with Gabriel, showing him her pictures. She's kind of a little more of a homebody than we have Alice being. And Alice has got the motor skill aspiration. She is more wanting to be outside and play and stuff. And so that's something that she is doing with the other children. And that is something that right now we are not participating in for Juliana. She is not participating. She kind of asked Gabriel if she can go out and play, and Gabriel's like, maybe you should just stay in here with me. And we'll get back to that a little bit. But basically what we have here is I'm trying to figure out exactly how to do this because I haven't really used this mod that much, the Psychic Sims mod. But we have M coming for another confrontation with her sister. And basically, her and Sibley are really getting into it. Also, a baby! And then we are going to say that Celestria Heredia has been born, and then her twin brother, Castor, has also been born. So that's really exciting. They're both surviving. So the Heredia family now has another boy, hopefully that can survive. So we'll see where that goes. But yes, so we have, what do we have? We have updating spreadsheet. But yes, so Sibley is talking to her sister. Her sister's come over and is basically kind of giving her a final ultimatum about, coming home, joining them, using her powers with them. And M, has been using her powers to kind of, remember last time M did say to Nicholas that, something bad was coming for them. And maybe that's him dying this year, you guys. Maybe that's it. We're going to have to see if Grimm doesn't help us out here. But yes, so what I'm having Sibley do, and this is something that you can do with the Psychic Sims mod. I'm just trying to figure out how to do it exactly. But is that you can take away you can steal someone else's psychic powers. So I think Sibley, she's been gaining her confidence. She's been, honing her craft. She's been spending all this time here and trying to really, be separate from her family. And her sister is trying to use her powers for bad things. Also, now Dennis Hobart has been born. And so, yeah, she's just really struggling with that. And, now she finally is like, you know what? I'm not going to live in fear of you continuing to come over here and bother me and everything. And so she tells her sister, that she's not going to accept this anymore and that she actually takes away her sister's psychic powers. So she is taking her sister's power away and taking it and kind of integrating it into her own power, but more importantly, just making sure that her sister is, not going to be able to use her powers to influence the queen or anything that's going on. So Sibley has taken that power from her. Now we have Gabriel spending some more time with Juliana. He's been spending a lot of time with Juliana lately with her crafts and everything, and he definitely is a bit overprotective, I think. I think that Gabriel is trying to keep Juliana a little more in the house, a little more, undercover, protected with him so that they can make sure that, I think that he's probably still thinking back to that, she had a difficult birth. Like, Genevieve died. Genevieve died giving birth to her, and I think that that does make Gabriel a bit extra overprotective of her. Meanwhile, we need to have Nicholas and Sibley have a conversation. So, Nicholas is like, hey, I just want to let you know, no secrets here. Isaac reached out to me. I ended up rejecting him. I don't have feelings for him anymore. I just want you to know that. And Sibley is like, well, I just want you to know that, like, I was able to take my sister's power. I'm not really in danger anymore, and I don't have to stay here anymore. We don't have to stay engaged if you don't want to, if you don't think that this is our future together. And Nicholas is just like, whoa, like, I thought we were building to something here. And Sibley is just trying to give him an out. She's just trying to give him an out because the way they came together at first. But Nicholas is like, no, I don't want to break up. I don't want to, separate. I want to be with you. I want to marry you. And you know what? Just because we don't have a reason to get married, the reason is that we love each other, and I love you, and I want to be with you. And she totally reciprocates. She wants to be with him as well. And, she was just trying to, like, give him the opportunity to back off if that's what he wanted, if it was really just an obligation thing, if he wanted to go back to Isaac or whatever he wanted. She just wanted to kind of, give him that opportunity. And so he is not taking that opportunity. He wants to be with her, and he's like, you know what? We did everything we need to do. Why don't we just get married now? Let's get married today. Let's do it. So I don't know if it's because they're teenagers, I can't create a wedding event like with my wedding stories, or if something's really wrong with my game, because this will be the second wedding that I'm having problems with my wedding stories about. But anyway, we do have the two of them about to get married, just using a regular wedding ceremony option. So we'll do that now, where we'll get them married and we'll get her pregnant, just in case he does not survive the role here. I am a little concerned about that. So, I'm so nervous. We could have, but you know what? We've had luck before where our heir dies, and then, we have one kid, and that one kid does survive, and that's happened to us a few times. So I really shouldn't be that worried, but I am worried. Of course I'm worried. And I really do like Nicholas, and I want him to survive. I want them to be together and be happy and live their best lives, even though the plague is coming up shortly. I'm so nervous about that. But yes, let's have their wedding event. Let's just try and pretend that everything's going to be okay and that everyone's going to be happy. Right? Right. So let's have the wedding event. And we are going to just invite as many people as we can, which is only 15, but that's fine. But yes, I want to make sure that Nicholas and Sibley get to at least have a baby together. I wonder, so I'm not going to check what gender the baby is, but I'm so curious. But I mean, regardless of if it's a boy or a girl, if it survives and Nicholas dies, we will be following that child because, in the past, if you're new here, and I don't know if you are or not, but if you haven't seen the past videos, we have had situations where we've had female heirs before just because there are no boys. So that's fine with me. I'm not really worried about that. We've had some of our best heirs have been female heirs, like Cecilia and Agnes and Emmeline. Oh, great. There's a dog walking by the house now barking, and now why are people out walking their dogs right now? Oh, gosh. So yes, we're having the wedding. They're getting married. They're having a good time. Also, Sibley is at the part of her aspiration where she wants to woohoo in 3 different places. So why not? Katerina, what are you wearing, my girl? But yeah, so everyone is just having a good time. Spending that time together and enjoying. And yeah, we can see all of our pregnant Sims here too. I love having pregnant Sims. I love having babies be born all the time and just like increasing the spreadsheet and everything. It's just something that I really like. So I really hope that not too many people die during the plague. But yeah, I'm going to have them go off and do a little woohoo together. I don't know if they're going to become pregnant. If they're not pregnant by the time it's his birthday, I'll just have them try for baby. But for now, we'll just do the woohoo. So there's that. And then, yeah, they're having a good time. The wedding is coming to an end. They feel very happy. They're glad that they didn't wait. And now they're going to head out. Also, we're getting to like the next level here because they're generation 13. Although now I'm like, wait a second. Is everybody else the correct generation? I don't know. But regardless, we are in generation 13 now. That is so cool. So that's where we're going with that. And now we are going to just add her to this part of the tree with us, Sibley Larkin now, and everything is great. So yeah, she wants to get a gold on a romantic date, get to level 7 of the romance skill. She wants to woohoo in 3 different places and then complete like 25 romantic interactions. So that is all good there. I don't know why I bothered with that, but yeah, let's try and get her here again. It's also All Hallows Eve again. Look at this weird burrito. But anyway, oh, the butler walked in on them. But you know what? They're married now. They can do whatever they want. So we are going to give her her new outfit. Also, again, I'm checking for the accessory situation. But anyway, we're going to put her in yellow. Look at how pretty she looks. I love her. I love her. Yeah, and then I'm just going to take the glasses off of these Sims and stuff. I'm just going to fix them up a little bit. And after this video is over, I am going to go through and get rid of the accessories on like every Sim in the world. I really should just be, removing those accessories when I give them makeovers, which I haven't been doing, but whatever. Oh, hey, Juliana. We weren't doing anything weird in here. We weren't. Anyway, so I am going to have Juliana kind of talk with Gabriel a little bit because Gabriel has been being very overprotective of her, and Alice is probably like, oh, I'm going to go out and play with the other kids, and Juliana wants to go out and play with the other kids. She wants to have fun with the other children, and Gabriel's just kind of like, why don't you just hang out here with me? And Alice is like, why can't Juliana come play with me? And Gabriel's like, no, it's okay. It's just, he's very like suddenly anxious and overprotective over Juliana because now she's starting to venture out more. She's starting to, decide to go out into the dangerous world where, her mother died giving birth to her. And that is a trauma of Gabriel's that he never really he never really got over. Like he always had those feelings of guilt and responsibility and all of that. And I think that he's just kind of imprinting that onto Juliana because she's the baby from that situation. So it's not really fair to her, but Gabriel is being quite a bit overprotective and not really letting her kind of spread her wings and start to learn and start to, have those experiences that help her grow up. So there's that. And then we have everyone having their grand meal here, being thankful for each other, and also mourning our dear, dear Genevieve. So that is how we're going to get through the holiday. And then, yes, okay, so that's what we're doing with the holiday is having everybody spend some time together, enjoying, having a good time, spending time as a family. And I really do love them as a family. I love that they are, able to be close as a family. And I'm so glad that all of them survived. And I hope all of them survive the plague that is in 2 years, I believe. So anyway, then we have our sweet little girls, but unfortunately Juliana is kind of taking things out on Alice. She's like, how come you get to go play and I don't? And she's like very upset by this, and Alice is like, it's not my fault, and it's not her fault, but Juliana kind of, is mad at Alice for being able to have that freedom while she isn't able to have that freedom. And so it's just tough for them. They're just not really getting along super well right now. So there is that. And yeah, they're just not getting along because of it. And even though Alice, advocated for her sister, it's still like Juliana's like, well, you shouldn't get to do this either. And how come it's just me? And all of these angry feelings. So it's tough. And the two of them are just kind of getting into it a little bit over the whole situation. So just having that happen, and then it is about midnight, and unfortunately that means that we must bake a cake for our dear Nicholas. So Nicholas is going to get a cake baked for him, and then we are going to, I'm going to do a pregnancy test on Sibley just to check, because I don't want to look at MCCC to see what the baby is. I guess she's not pregnant, so we need to try for a baby, because she is going to be pregnant before I let him blow out those candles. That is not what's going to happen here. So they are going to go try for a baby, and then we'll blow out the candles. I know, it's scary. It's very scary. So we're just going to do that. One more little act 11 and having a good time there. She is now pregnant. She's going to go tell him that she's pregnant. They're both very happy about it, and they have no idea what's coming, and I'm so nervous. But anyway, we are going to blow out the candles now. So time to blow out those candles, Nicholas. And then, I've noticed that he's been sick the last few days. He's definitely got some kind of illness. So I think that that's probably what happened, is he got some kind of illness, and, it took his life. It ended up being more serious than they thought. And so he is going to die by mold, I guess. So there is that. And then that's going to happen. And then we are going to wait for Grim to show up. And of course, as per usual, we are having issues with Grim, who is just standing there and not doing anything. So that is really frustrating. That is very, very frustrating. So what I'm going to do is, after trying to reset him several times and trying to figure out exactly what's going on with him, we are going to do the roll of the dice. And so somebody told me it's actually 30%, not 15%, but who knows? We're just going to have to deal with that. And so, again, Grim being unhelpful, really. So, yeah, there's that. And then we are all crying and crying and crying, but we're going to roll the dice, and we're going to figure it out. And yeah, I don't know why Grim is so buggy all the time. It's like so annoying, but that's just something that we're dealing with here. And yeah, so we're gonna roll the dice to see if our dear Nicholas ends up surviving. And we survived. So a 30% would have been like at least a 1 through 5, and he got a 2. So we did it, you guys. We did it. And I'm very excited. I'm very excited that he survived. I'm going to have to get them remarried, of course. But, it's just, it's so great. And I'm so happy. And everything is amazing. So we are going to be happy that he lived. Just enjoy things. Get them remarried. And have a good time there. So there is that. And then we're going to go into the birthday situation. So here we go. And the birthdays this year are Amos Light II becoming an infant, Isaac Dubois II becoming an infant, Gracia Heredia becoming a toddler, Artemisia Hobart becoming a toddler, Nicholas Larkin becoming a young adult, Celestria Heredia becoming an infant, Castor Heredia becoming an infant, and Dennis Hobart becoming an infant, the 3 of them. Actually, all 5 of the babies were born this year, so that is pretty good. And that is pretty much where we're going to wrap up. I think that, yeah, there's a little fire at the end of this, but what you going to do, right? Anyway, so here is everybody, and that'll be that. Next year we have Not really any important birthdays to worry about, but we will be having more babies, of course, and we'll be having our baby, and then the year after that is the plague. So we will deal with all that as it comes. I'm so happy that Nicholas survived. I really, really am. I didn't know what we were going to do if he didn't survive. I mean, I knew what we were going to try to do because we've done it before, and that's okay, but oh my gosh, it's just like such a relief that he survived. So hopefully they have lots of babies and nobody dies in the plague. So that'll be that. And I'll catch you in the next one.